Do I have that filtered up? Yeah, okay. Alright. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Cat, what are you doing? Alright, so just heads up, I'm probably gonna get shafted today because this morning the new Persona banner came out and it was Cord. Apparently she's really good. I don't really know, but I got her second multi, so probably leaning more into the shaft today. Alright, let's see. Who is here? Kazumaku Koto, hello. GST, sir, hello. Ganta, hello. Poma. The weekend event didn't come out, so not sure the temps are hitting the right buttons. We're on the... Did we not get the bingo for it? Oh. I guess we didn't. Alright, well that's weird. It's not anywhere else? Oh, I guess not. Alright, well, yeah. Hopefully everything drops. Yuki, hello. Callians, hello. VVY, Vivi. I'm gonna call you Vivi. Yo, new viewer here. Welcome to the stream. Yowie, hello. Jaded, member for 30 months. Why am I still paying you money? I'm pretty sure we discussed that, and it's not you actually paying money. Clip Paradise, hello. Lux, this is what happens when we don't have self-control, right? Wins the banner in 14 minutes. Let's see. Jur1024, hello. Valley, didn't watch the last 2 live streams because I need to sleep more. That's probably a good idea. If you need to sleep, don't stay up to watch me. 1, I'm not that important, and 2, it'll be on YouTube after I'm done, so you can watch it at a much better time for you. My Asian king. Hello. Reality's here. Oh, good. I need your luck, Reality, because I used it all earlier today. Ajax, how's your day? Better than I thought it would be. Let's put it that way. IRL things going on right now that out of my control. Not exactly the greatest, but we're kind of powering through it, and then today was a bit better. Last minute Jubilee, yeah, good luck with that. Fuck you, here's my money. Thank you for the $2. Good luck on the shaft, right? Got 2 Hestia and 2 Bell in 180. Is that good? Yes, that's very good. And then if you can get the Shuna from the web store, then you have all 3 characters. Oh, did I not data update this? That might be why we didn't get, that might be why we didn't get the weekend bingo missions. Tsundere. Hi, Joker, I love you. Well, thank you. I'm only here to counter the reality blessing. No. I need that. I need the reality blessing. Now, I've gotten pretty lucky because in Dokkan I got the Gogeta Golden Frieza unit early. In Persona I got Cord, second multi. So we're back to getting shafted on the game that actually I make content for, which seems a bit counterproductive, right? Joker, how am I top 100 in Jubilee and still rank B? Excellent question. Because you have to hit a certain rank consecutive to rank that thing up from B to A to S to SS. Even I'm at S rank right now because I just don't place in the top 10 or top 0.1% all the time anymore. So I kind of fluctuate between S and SS. Have they ever done the thing with Shuna being on all 3 banners? No. That is strictly new for this collab. We've never had a recurring collab unit on multiple banners. At least at the same time. Well, it's the collab unit. They're never coming back. So, yeah, the answer to your question is they've never done it before. I actually did improve my Boss Battle 2 score like 2 hours ago by almost 200%. Went from 90 to 256k. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I got like a good run for Boss Battle 1 and I called it a day. I should be like top 10-ish, somewhere around there. Just activate your Joker Lord of Wales skill. Yeah, if I could do that, we would be spending a lot less money on gacha games. That skill has a very, very long cooldown. Gosh darn, trying to last minute Jubilee Blitz and the update drops 10 minutes before the end. Yeah, I think the intern just forgot to press the button. I'm gonna try pulling all meta characters. That's the first time doing this and probably the last time. I mean, yeah. If AIS doesn't do 100 million minimum, it's gonna be such a disappointment. I mean, if we can get Exalted Champion Millum to do 100 million or more, we could definitely get this this AIS to do it, because she's got a whole lot more buffs working for her than Millum. No Hestia, but you got Bell and Shuna, crossing my fingers for AIS. I mean, you kind of... Hestia is probably the best character out of all of them right now. I would put her above AIS as well. Like, Hestia will make life a little bit easier for you across the board, whereas AIS is only going to be good as a dedicated nuker. Bell isn't really useful. Bell and Shuna both aren't very useful off of their metas. Shuna has a bit more value because of the green buff and the orb change, and the multi-skill, but she has no damage potential, so it's kind of iffy. Talking about Jubilee and stuff, how is Spirit Master Velzard not in God tier with how much impact she has over every fight? I mean, Jubilee normal battles are a very specific thing. Like, yes, she's very good at it, and I did bump her up a rank because of her usefulness in Jubilee, but, you know, if you can't Aegis, you can't Aegis. If you can't stun, you can't stun. If you can't use debuffs at all, like mostly in Summer Memories beatdown battle, if you got past turn 5 or something, or to turn 5, then the Frostbite was not useful. She's good for Jubilee, and that's great, but there are stages where she's not useful, and that skill doesn't have a lot of value, versus some of the other godly units where their second skills can be used on multiple things for multiple reasons. Lamar Sullivan, yo, I'm gonna assume that's what's up. First time on stream, welcome to the stream. Picked a decent one to show up for. Let's see. Summon for Bell and Hestia banner, got the Furry Shuna. That's unfortunate. Furry Shuna is definitely not a great character to get right now. Gonna say I'm not a big fan of stacking metas. Is boring and complicated in the way if you put another tack, you don't have enough per point for a buff the next turn. It just requires you to be a little more cognizant of what you're spending skill points on. You don't have to use every single skill every single turn. In addition to the free Shuna from the web store, I ended up getting 3 Shuna, 2 Hestia, and 1 Bell in 140. That is very good luck right there. And I kind of want to replicate that, but I'm not going to. Furry Shuna is 2-turn protection trait, though. I mean, yeah. Good for her? Good for her? She has defensive stats. I mean, that's good maybe for an Aegis team, but not for a nuking character. I'd rather run Hinata or EC Millum, who have better attack stats, which will translate to better attack stat for the main unit. Where am I ranked right now, actually? Where do I probably end up? I am rank 9. Okay, so unless I get suddenly pushed out by 2 within the next 6 minutes, I'll be top 10, and I'm rank 1 in group, so that's fine. I mean, there are no crystals to be had here anyways, so I'm gonna lose out on 1 protection magic cluster. I barely use those anyways. Galaxia, good luck tonight, Joker. I had to go to 170 pity for Hestia. Well, at least you're not at 270 pity like I am right now. I did 4 crystal summons and the 2 free ticket 10s, and I got 2 Bell, 1 Hestia, done with part 1. Okay, well, you can just fuck off. You can take your luck and shove it. Fell out of my group rank 3 to 4 by a little bit, couldn't close the gap. You know, at least this one doesn't have as much impact as, like, Catalyst, where crystals are on the line. Do you think Hestia can run with just Shuna, no Bell? Yeah, Bell is there for stacking damage support. He doesn't really affect the output of Hestia herself, unless you're wanting to count the many uses of his skills to get Hestia stacked up, like an indirect way. But Bell has no bearing on, like, Hestia's orb changing or something, and you can bring other characters with low-cost buffs, and you could get Hestia stacked up just fine. Is it worth it to summon on these banners at all, or just wait? Honestly, if you look at the team and you're not super impressed and you can kind of just get away with running whatever you have right now to clear most of the content, there might be some good in just waiting for late October for the 4th anniversary. If you're not super loyal to DANMACHI, or you're not like a waifu over meta kind of thing for all the characters, and you've got a decent couple of teams that you can use to clear most of the content, then it's, there's nothing wrong with waiting. Collab units do not return, though, nor do they get skill fusions. So what we see is what we get. They're never gonna get better. So that's why, Konosuba units and all the other collab units will eventually phase out, because they have no way to get stronger, unlike some of the normal EX characters. So if you're not overly thrilled with the team, then I probably would just wait for October. It'll be another triple featured unit banner, with a rate up 6% instead of 5, which rate up is a lie, but it's there. Is 4th anniversary after this meta? No, it is the meta after next. So this meta will end on the 28th, 29th of September, and then we'll get most of October will be like the pre-Annie, and then the actual anniversary will be October 28th, around that time, whether it be a day before or after. But the actual calendar date of the anniversary of this game is October 28th, 2021. So, October 28th, 2025. Could Ice be run on the Freerun team? Oh, hell yeah. Ice is unrestricted to where she can be used, because all of her damage buffs are fairly selfish. The only thing that won't be super good for her is the fact that she wants a bunch of skills used to stack her weakness strike and her extra wind damage, which the Freerun team doesn't use that many skills throughout the fight. You just use a whole bunch of 90 points on turn 8 or whatever, and then maybe an orb steal here and there, etc, but Himmel's doing most of that. So you're not going to get a lot of stacks with Ice's second skill, but she's a DPS unit. She can be run on any team that's going to make sense for her. The Freerun team would work for her. Question, is there a specific team you use for all your daily content and mid-battle events? Yeah, Warrior's Mine. I put Blanc, Violet, and Diablo, I think, in the first 3 slots with 36 skill points, and Rainbow turn 1 auto clears pretty much everything for me. All right, we have 135 people. We have 36 likes. I want... What do we think? I want 60. I want 60 likes for the stream before we start summoning in a minute and change. So, fucking like the goddamn stream. You want to watch me get shafted? Here I am. I'm ready. I've assumed the position. Waiting for the banner to drop. No. What do you mean, no? Oh. Joker, do you think she's going to be a better DPS than Tails Hinata? No. It kind of depends. We have to see how much those 30% stacks are gonna kick up and how long it takes to get that. But it is 7 o'clock. Let's check out DANMACHI Collab, Troop Recruit, Special Packs, Predation Quests, Blacksmith Workshop, Combat Training, Special Quest, Update to Beatdown Battle. There's the weekend bingo missions. Okay, so let's check out the banner. See who's on it. Alright, so we've got Ice and Shuna. Oh, they actually put Commander Shizu there. Commander Shizu, Temp Fleet Rimuru, Summer Shizu. Oh, they just put everyone. Alright. Well, it's fine. Hinata, Shizu, Rimuru, Shizu, Shuna, and Ice. Okay. I wouldn't call this banner super amazing value, unfortunately. It does have 2 new characters on it, technically, because Shuna. But you can also get her for free most of the time. Alright, I have... Let's see what packs we have. Maybe that's not the right button. Alright, let's see. Magic Crystal Shop. Packs. Do we have some tickets for her? We got a 15%. We have black crystals for her. Black crystals are the same as the black tickets. You need to buy a very specific amount to guarantee that you get ice, and it always is more than what you think you have. You cannot buy 2 packs and get it. You have to buy 3 packs or something. It's stupid. Let's see. Yeah, let's get that pack. Hold on. Let's get this 15% ticket. If the next stream is exactly 1 week from now, I am probably gaming the new Borderlands 4 instead of watching stream. Oh, does Borderlands 4 come out tomorrow or next week? Oh, okay. What are we doing here? Why does that not work? Okay, well, I guess we're... Let's check the web store. Alright, yeah, let's get that one. Purchase. Alright. Now I just gotta wait for those rewards to kick in. And I still have to get that Koban multi. Okay, we can watch her ult, I guess. Does this meta have 2 Hestias and 2 Ryus? What? I mean, I guess, because the cosplay? Is that what you're talking about? Then yeah. It's a decent ult. Goddess Priest Shuna, same rate as new characters. Look at that. Oh, are these... Oh, they're bitch tickets. Oh, man. I thought they were giving us just 2 free multis on the Ice banner as well. That would have been so good if they had done that. Oh, man. Let me take a picture of that, actually. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Is Ice Adventurer 2 would love to throw her with Himmel? I think she is. Alright. There's the ticket. We've got enough likes, so that's good. Yeah, those are just normal bitch tickets. And then we gotta go grab the Koban multi. Alright. Let's begin the shafting. Try and hit this 15%er ticket. 15% ticket, but 30% for an EX character overall. See if we can get the guaranteed animation. We did not. Alright, well. Unfortunate. Probably means we didn't get her. I used up all 4K of my crystals and no ice. That's unfortunate. Drink Mountain Dew for good luck? Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. I have to drink zero sugar Mountain Dew. But I actually have to drink all this water. Because apparently it's good for me. Alright. Wow. That is so not ice. Wow. Yep, well that worked out. Good use of money spent right there. Alright, Koban multi. Animation. Damn it. Have you ever gotten the unit off the 15%? Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. But sometimes I do. I don't generally buy them, though. That's the thing. Alright, can we get a purple aura, since we couldn't get a red screen fake out or anything here? Ooh, purple, okay. We could still get her here. It could be her, it could be Shuna. We don't have to get... we don't have to get the animation to get her. It just, if we get the animation, it's guaranteed. And then, if you pull her... Space Leon. If you pull her, we are going to get a free dupe of her from the combat training event, so that's cool. ICE has 8.5 million HP in the new event. I mean, that's less than EX2. EX2 has 10 million. Alright, I don't think this is going to have anything else other than that Space Leon, unfortunately. Kenya... Orc has a 179 million HP for the new beatdown battle. Well, yeah, I sure fucking hope that Ice can do fucking that much damage. Alright. Just looking for that animation. I'm looking for that Hestia and Bell. Can we get 2 in a row here? Can we get 2 rainbow auras? No. Alright. For one stage, she has 500k HP, and the second stage, she has 8.5 million. Well, that's kind of a jump right there. But which stage gives you the dupe? Is it the 500k or the 8.5k? Reset at 60 pity, I can do that. Only time I got the animation, I got Shuna again. I'm going to max out Shuna long before I even get a Hestia. I mean, Shuna's going to be on the Ryu banner next week as well, so chances are people will probably have quite a few dupes in Shuna, if they get lucky. Not a guaranteed thing, but they could definitely get lucky. Well, that was a terrible multi. Alright, next. There's always this little delay now, and it just always freaks me out. Red screen? No. How about a purple? If this one's not purple, we're going to skip. It is not purple. Alright, we're going to skip. That was pretty bad. Let's crack the code. Alright, come on, come on. Animation. It's always dusk. It's always dusk now. Wondering if... Oh, fake out. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We could get her here. We could get her on a fake out, and we can get her at like 30, 40 pity. That's what I'm talking about. The 530k EP stage doing 8.5 million HP gives you the free dupe. Okay, that's good to know. The Chad Gale Gibson. Butterfly's the Night Owner. Gabaru. Come on, come on, come on. That is not ice. That's Veldora. Cool. Fucking OG Wind Protector Veldora. Alright, we're gonna skip. That's unfortunate. Oh, Daylight. Finally. A new starting animation. Red screen? Nope. How about a purple aura? Let's go 2 in a row. Pretty please. 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Okay, is that 60 pity right there? That is 50 pity. That's a lot of 5 stars. Or, sorry, 4 stars. Alright, last one before we reset the seed. We're just gonna skip this. That was an awful multi. Do it again. Is she out on the EU server? Bro, she comes out at the same time for everybody. That has not changed. Unless they somehow break the game, like they sometimes do, but otherwise everything is scheduled to release at the same time. Alright. I don't think we have to go through the intro screen again, because we already watched it one time. Oh, it is Ice. Alright, so it used to be Hestia, now it's her. Tempest. Got her on the 10% purple ticket. She mentions something about a Minotaur. Okay. That's good to know. They did delay that one banner. Yeah, unless they break something. But then it's like the Japanese server, they got it at the normal time. Global did not. But if they didn't for some reason break global, then they would have released at the same time for everybody. I guess you haven't pulled her yet. I sure haven't. Joker, how's your new character P5X pull? I got Cord second multi, which is probably why I'm going to get shafted here in Slime. I did not get her weapon, though. I got Vino's 5-star weapon on my 50-50. Alright, where's skip this to? I mean, if we can keep her at like 100 pity, I would be okay with that. Can we get an animation here? Red screen? No. Can we go purple? I'm kind of poor right now. Can we go purple? Alright, cool. Reality, what are you doing? Get to work. Come on. Come on. Beretta, get out of here. Nobody wants you. Ah. It's gonna be like that today. I did expect the shaft, so. Alright, one more time. You were on the phone, boy, you got a job to do! Oh, God. Oh, we got a Shuna dupe. On not an animation. Okay, well that's cool. At least I got something. Too bad that's not like a 50-50 right there, and then the next one's guaranteed. Alright, skip. Okay, well. That's hilarious. So, yeah, again, if we had 50-50, that would have been my ice right there, right? That is a 2-dupe Shuna now. Because I never pulled her on the initial banner. I just got the free copy out of the shop. So. Can we do it 3 in a row? 3 in a row. Alright. We're on the button. Alright. Skip. luck go? Alright, I'm gonna look. I mean, if the animation's playing, then great. If not, then... If I swear to God, if we got a third Shuna... Okay, we didn't get anything. That was awful. Alright, next. Where even are we? 140? Fuck. Fuck. We are actually gonna go to pity for ice, aren't we? Oh, this is just fantastic. Oh my god. We can pull 2 Shunas back to back. 270 pity for the first banner, 200 pity for the second banner, 200 pity for the third banner. Fucking get out of here. Not even a single, like, new animate. Not even a single new animation. We're gonna get her on 200, aren't we? With an in. There we go. Not even an animation. Not even a fun animation. There better be 2 of her in here. That's the only way that's the only way I will forgive this summon session. If there's 2 of her. Alright. There was not... Oh, we're at 1. We're just gonna dupe her. What is it? What's even her trait? Oh. Dude, it's not even a good trait. Ugh. Alright, well, yeah, let's just do the last multi. Anyone wanna place a bet on who this is? I'll wait. Who's got a guess? It could be literally anybody. Shuna, Ice, Maid Rimuru, Earth Trainee, Wind Hakuro, one of the trifecta from long, long, long ago. Who else was in that? Hakuro, Trainee, and someone. It's been so long I don't even remember. Earth guy? He's not in here. My goat Commander Shizu. It's a dupe of the new unit. I highly doubt that. Alright. Show me a Minotaur. A very old SSR. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Try it. God shits in my breakfast. Okay, well, we have a 2 dupe ice now. I guess that's cool. Because now we can go get the other dupe from the event. Woo! God, I love going to 200 pity. Where's the spreadsheet? 2 ice, 2 Shuna. I mean, in retrospect, pulling 4 or 3 in 200 pity is not awful of new characters, but if you take those Shunas away, it's just the 2 ice. It's pretty bad. So, I guess my question now is, for the part 1 banner, we're sitting at 270 pity, right? Do we go to 300 and get a dupe of Hestia now that I have dupes of Shuna? Do we go to do we just pick up a copy of Bell and get him to 112? And then pick up some of the battle clusters? Like, what do we do with this 270 pity here? I've got a lot of EX shards for both sides, so it's like that's not really a concern. What is Hestia's trait? That's actually a good question. I don't know. Magic attack, 8%. 75% or more HP. 3 multis. That's gonna put me down under 1,000 crystals, which I don't think I've been at for like a year. I don't think I've ever been that low. Don't you have the 2 free multis? No. I did the 2 free multis. Otherwise, I was at 250. There's one more unit for this team. Yeah, it's going to be Ryu. But she'll come out a week from tonight. Like, literally, this time next week, we'll be sitting here again summoning for Ryu and Shuna. The thing is, do we do it now, or do I make it its own video and milk the shit out of it? Like a good YouTuber. I think we do that. Sorry, kids. No extra shafting for you today. Alright, she is on adventure, so you can put her with the Freerun team. Will we see a live stream for her abilities, or is she just gonna drop and we find out then what she does? For who? Ryu? It's gonna be the same thing as what we did for Ice. We'll get a content preview, we'll get a skill preview, we get a summon stream. Like this. Alright. We don't have to make gear for her, but I have to get her gear from the event first. Put the wrong code in, my bad, Joker. Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? Now I have the hiccups. Scythe, did you just... Oh, okay, Shuna, alright. I was gonna say, if you single summoned Ice, I'm gonna ban you. Or I'll tell Reality to ban you. He'll probably enjoy that more. Wondering if there are tickets in part 2? There is a new event shop, right? Or is that not coming until Ryu comes out? Looks like it's not until Ryu. Yeah. Because it did say it was going to be split into 2 parts, and this is not part 2 of the story. Where is... Ice... No, she's all the way up here. What am I doing? And Shuna needs dupes as well. 104, there we are. They just added to current shop, but also part 2 event is not out yet. Yes, there you go. I bought 1 ticket for Ice and pulled her with the animation. Hestia, come home before they steal your man. Okay. Let's do this. We got to level our abilities. I got to go feed those dupes into Shuna. She uses a sword, obviously, right? Yeah, I should have a wind sword somewhere. Her weapon gives single target attack if equipped by a win character. Yeah, I missed that on the content preview last night, but I mentioned it this morning for her skill preview. Alright, and then skills. This is going to be an interesting skill. Why 100% evasion? So for all wind characters, not just her. That's true, but not all wind characters wants a sword. That's the other thing. Reality banning those people that have better luck than Joker. Yeah, they don't deserve it. I'm the YouTuber. It is my luck. How dare people have better luck than me? That is a crime, and you will be punished. Greed is one hell of a thing. Greed is one hell of a drug. If you just become greedy throughout your entire life, you'll be so very disappointed in yourself. Alright, so that's done. I'll just give her a wind sword. We gotta feed the dupes into Shuna. Spending money means you deserve Shaft. I mean, yes and no, because at least I make the money back. Not all of it, but like a good amount of it. Was the animation the same as the first banner? I don't know. I never saw it. Somebody else can tell you that. I got Cord 30 pity and her weapon in 70. I got better Cord luck, but worse weapon luck. I assume it should be the same animation as the first banner, and then there's that second special animation, which I think guarantees 2 characters? So, somebody has to verify that for me. Okay, so let's go into the new event to get her weapon first, and then we'll go into Beatdown Battle Nether. And we have a collab quest, which gives us stickers. Alright, cool. And then a ticket. So, Blacksmith Workshop. This gives us Dungeon Magic Gems, which I guess you can take into a shop, and you can exchange. Or not. Okay, well, wouldn't know. Oh, no, sorry. This is the dupe. Oh, it's in the forge. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need a few of those. I'm not too worried about the dupe for Ice right now. Her trade is kind of ass. So let's just go ahead and get her weapon stuff done. The collab quest gives you 2 tickets instead of 1. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of them. I did see from the little skill video that they posted last night that the higher difficulty beatdown battle now has a barrier, which means that her multi-hits make more sense, and also now has synergy resistance, which means I'm going to swap Freerin out. So you are going to be Ice, and you're going to be EC Millum. Actually, no, I guess it doesn't really matter. And then Freerin, I'm going to take you out, and you're going to be Frey. A unit that I don't use that often, but I think she will be useful here. And then you need Shinsha, and then you've got EX damage, right, in your skill? Magic attack and EX, yeah. So then we will replace Fern with... Blanc? Sure, why not? I guess we could put Soka there as well. We would get the magic attack stacks and the pierce resistance down. Alright, so let's put Frey. Let's just use Blanc for now. It's easy. And you get that one. Shinsha gets this one. Ice needs a wind sword. There's a non-awakened one. Ooh, do I not have a good wind sword for her? Oh no, there we are. Masked Hero. And then a wind jacket. And then Magic Bear. Hinata needs that other one. That's physical. Okay. Geld. No, I don't need Geld. You have been on a Geld spree. Every single comment that you have put has been Geld. Alright, let's overwrite this. Are you getting sick? No, I just have something stuck in the back of my throat. What's wrong with Geld? And then nothing's wrong with Geld. Like, Geld works very well on this team, but I don't want Geld here because I want more damage support. Geld would help you with your skill point problem, which this team, like, could run into. So I understand that Geld is good for the team. I don't want to run Geld, though. But that's a personal preference. You can build your team however the hell you want. It has very little bearing on my decision. Not that. Alright, and then we'll bring Ice in for Blanc, and then we'll Alt Rush and Orb Change. Not really a good starting hand, but whatever. Oh, I should have used the Ice skill. Oh, wait, this isn't really a nuking stage anyways. It's only these 2 ants. It's not super duper important. Woo! Crystal, yay! Or maybe Earth Jean is good now for the last turn reset. Euro, Weakness Strike and Elemental Resistance down. I don't know if those are worth it, quite honestly. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's bring Ice in for Blanc, and we'll just do this. I really should swap Bell to a different slot. We don't need him in slot 1. LOL, I just summoned Ice on the 5 EX ticket summon banner. 5 EX ticket summon banner. What banner is that? What banner is that? I seem to have missed a banner somewhere. Oh, he didn't die? Oh, come on. I forgot to do the ult thing. That's why. Alright, well, he'll die this turn. $170 pulls to get eyes for you. I mean, yeah. It's the 15% 5 EX ticket banner thing. Oh, premium tickets then. Alright, never mind. I didn't miss it. Okay. How many of these black crystals do we need to forge? 1. But then you probably need them to awaken as well. Alright, so we'll just do a lot of these then. Ice does 30 plus 30 stacks, so she Yeah, when you get her there, she does 30 plus 30, but you gotta work up to that shit. It is not an immediate 30-30. It's a 10-10, and then you gotta use 20 skills to get up to that 30-30, which is gonna take you, like, 4 turns or something, if you're running a multi-skill team like this. Otherwise, you're realistically really never gonna see that capped out, if you're not running multi-skill. Alright, I can use weakness strike and wind attack, right? 1, 2. So 1, 1%, 2%. So now she's up to 12% on these. Yeah, look at that shit. Only wind attack though, which means that, you know, no one else in this team is getting that. Oranges are nerfed. We'll send these Bell Orbs. Bell Alt, which is single target. Let's Hestia for funsies. A little bit extra damage support here. And the conversion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the first time I've used this team today. Haven't really been around a lot. Like, I recorded the video at 4 a.m. and then I slept, and then I've been out and about or doing other things. So I haven't really had a chance to sit down and record anything today. Which, thankfully, I'm kind of ahead on scheduling. Apart from the new stuff that's come out now, I don't have much else to do in terms of pre-existing content. The 5 free crystals we got for Shuna, could we have just saved those and been halfway to AIS if we pulled Shuna on a different banner? No, those were specifically for Shuna because it's in the bazaar that is listed Shuna Bazaar. Those crystals were specifically and only for Shuna. There are a lot of stages to this. My pulls were not great. Yeah, for some reason, if you didn't want Shuna, you could get shards. You can get 1 shard and then not get a Shuna. Or, alternatively, you could go into the shop and pay $8 for that 1 black crystal so you can get that leftover shard. Like, that's something also you could have done. Not exactly the smartest thing to do, but I'm not your parents. I'm not. I don't know what you do with your crystals. 2, 3. Valley, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'm happy with Ice and Shun and Pity Pity, and I'm gonna sleep good. All right, well, have a good night. Hopefully, yeah, you have some good sleep. I don't really know how else to word that. Alright, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many skills, and then we can get some extra element attack and everything else here. We can get a full hand, we can kill this spider, we can probably make some gear for everyone, or for her. And then we can take her into beatdown battle and really try and test out her damage. Okay. Okay, thank you. Is that your new tumbler from Sassy? Yeah, oh yes it is. This was a birthday present. It's just a pretty stereotypical average gaming 40-ounce tumbler that is specifically and only allowed to contain, at any given point, water. Or water with like some kind of powdery added that's not sugar-based. So... Guys, I'm kind of old now. I kind of got to start being healthy again. Again? Never. I got to start being healthy for the first time. Whatever happened to the potential drink sponsor? Didn't really... The Dubby energy thingamabobber, I didn't really follow through with it. people weren't really that interested, and I don't really care about being sponsored for money. So it's not a super huge concern for me. We can do that. So let's bring Ice in for Blanc. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mountain Dew is one hell of a drug. It sure is. And I've been drinking Mountain Dew for 20 years straight. something crazy like that. Alright, so it's good that there's a parallel processing stage, which means that we are not going to be able to max her gear immediately. Alright, and then let's do more Pierce Power, let's do more of this, let's do another green buff. I guess I should have used the green buff before using the Ice skill. I don't know if someone already answered my question, but when is the Kaijin event? You should go look at the DANMACHI roadmap in-game, and it will tell you the exact day that comes out. It's so nice that they actually put that in there. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic, like, they have the entire roadmap in that news section. Because I don't actually know what day that comes out. So it's going to be faster for you to look it up than me when I'm doing something. I think it's not until the next banner comes out. I think we have like another week and change, because it also doesn't come out right when Ryu drops. It's somewhere in between either Ice and Ryu or Ryu and like the end of meta. Favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Oh, we got Ice in town. Nice. Favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Probably Code Red or the original. But yeah, it's probably original Code Red and then Baja Blast, with the caveat that if it's Baja Blast from Taco Bell, it becomes number 2. So you could flip it up. But if it's just like canned or bottled Baja Blast, it's number 3. You've never seen Mountain Dew where you live? I'm sorry, but that's probably for the best. To be perfectly honest with you. Probably for the best. Alright, we'll let that go. Livewire, I'm not a super big fan of Livewire, unfortunately. There are times where I could crave it, but I don't go out of my way. Oh yeah, don't forget to Bond XP Ice, that's right. What do you like? Do you like potatoes as well? No, you like fruit. Alright, well, let's just sit here for a little bit. The alcoholic Baja Blast? I have 2 boxes of that, actually. I've got 2 cases of hard Mountain Dew in my kitchen. Why not use Soka Ice? Or Soka Ryu? Because I don't. She does like potato poppers? Oh, good. We'll feed her instead of Hestia, then. Hestia is already up to level 40. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's so quick and easy. Anyway, going back, why not use Soka Ryu? Because her buffs are okay. I'd rather just use another character. It also saves me time. It also just straight up saves me time. I don't have to... She knows she likes them? Yeah, I didn't have any. I haven't parallel processed the event since last night, and I fed them all into Hestia. Because I wasn't sure if Ice was going to want them or not. Alright, let's forge her gear. Let's at least do 1 for now. Because I want to make that its own little video as well. And then I assume we need to level it up using the black crystals as well. Evolve. Yeah, look at that shit. Alright, so we can leave those there. Let's go into beatdown battle. I want to check out this high difficulty. Alright, so field effects, still same starting hand. There is no limit. 5 alive, 2 flashback, all magic characters. And the orc has 179 million HP. Nerfs oranges, nerfs blues now. Okay. Higher physical resistance, crit, aegis, and synergy resistance. The AoE nerf is up to 75% now instead of 50, I think is what it was for EX2. There's a bind there. Was there always a bind? Decreases aegis resistance, decreases ult resistance, applies a 9-hit barrier, seals body and spirit skills, chance to 40 and under skill cost seal, afflict with a protection seal. He does a bit more. He does a bit more. This is Inferno, so will there be something worse than Dire? We're gonna find out together now, aren't we? The good news is that you don't have to do Inferno 1 to get the Chancellor Union bingo board done. It's only like clear EX2 like 5 times. Alright, let's just do this for now. And then if we do need to swap out Soka for Blanc, we can. I forgot to swap Bell again. Oh well. I am your senpai. Hi, I'm new. I feel like I am your senpai in this game, though. So, like, your name doesn't make sense. But welcome to the game. Welcome to the stream. Do you think we could get a free character selection anniversary meta like Spirit Master? Maybe. Maybe? Kind of depends. Let's take... Alright, let's use... Yeah, let's just take you out of here. You're not really that important right now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4... Boom. How am I? I'm, you know, I wish I didn't get quite shafted as I did, but otherwise I'm fine. Question mark? And then we'll bring Frey in for Shuna. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many zero-cost skills. Yeah, it's Divine General all over again. Ice's first skill lasts for 3 turns, so we could use it on turn 6. And still be okay. What a terrible hand for what I'm trying to do with this fucking team. Bell's gonna take one of them. Took the wrong one. Alright, thanks. Really appreciate that. Let's do... Frey out of here. We will orb change, green buff, rush, boom, boom, boom. And then now we can use Hestia's convert and we'll get a full hand. And then we could use the ice skill here now that we've used a bunch of skills. So one, no, not that one, this one. And then another one, and then another ice. Are the collab units good? If you're a brand new player and you have no existing team to work with, then yes, you should summon for the collab. You should go for the Hestia, Bell, and Shuna banner first, because that has 3 characters on it. And the Protector, which is the most important character. Wait, if I use Overlord Rimuru, will I be able to maintain a zero-cost skill? Technically, yes, unless you're bringing a multi-skill unit, and then you use, like, Bell's Pierce over and over and over again. Rimuru only resets by 1 level, so that's kind of a problem. Alright, so there's the convert. Shuna alt swaps away with this skill. Green buff again. Boom. Boom. And then Hestia. 100 points. So let's do the bell skill again. Let's do more pierce power or more of this. Let's do more of this. Where are we at for Ice? She has her EX ult now? Alright, cool. Let's get her out of here. And we'll use another of her skill. And then we'll bring Blanc in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going to break the barrier this turn because we don't have the multi-hit activated, but it's only turn 3. There's no real point in doing that now. He's probably going to reapply the barrier later on. So they're just trying to prevent us from doing extra damage quickly. Alright, so that's a hand right there. Alright, and then we didn't get that trait quite yet. There's the full convert. Cool. Let's use bells again. Let's use the free 40 points from Blanc because it's fun and we can do it. And then we will use the Shuna green buff. Boom. We will... I think we'll leave Ice in the back, and we'll just continue to use the bell stack. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a double stack of Hestia, that's good. Just pulled Bell and Hestia at 40 pity on my free tickets. Nice, congrats. I'm so mad at the Emil's Heavenly Conquest. It was so hard because my characters all die on turn 2. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of HP, but he hits you like 6 times in a row. Oh, that's not... Well, actually, that's not bad. We don't really need Ice up front right now. But next turn when we're unbinded, we'll bring her up front so we could use her multi-hit skill. So let's do... green buff. And then let's do the Bell... status effect, and then we'll double Hestia here, and then we'll just stack more with his pierce power. Yeah. And then where are we at for Hestia? Is she done? She is done. Alright. So another stack of Hestia, another stack of Bell. Let's use the free points again, because why not? Not like we could do anything with it anyways. It's always important to get Bell ults because he's stacking both ult damage and weakness strike. He is way more important to have his ults go than Shuna's. Alright, does he put another barrier up on this turn? It would make sense if he did. Cheeky counter. There, okay, see, there you go. So here's where we want to apply a barrier, or the multi-hit state from Ice. So you get in here. Alright. And then we will use the 90-point skill. So applies aerial magic effect. 100% wind attack. Guaranteed dodge. The Drago effect. Which is actually, I think Drago is 1.2, right? Or is it 1.4% for Drago? Someone figure that. I don't remember what the percentage increase for Drago is versus this. I don't know if this is worse or better. And then the multi-hit. So let's do that big time skill. Boom. It's only for her orbs, though, which is really unfortunate. Like, really, really unfortunate. And then 129. We've already used the green buff. Now that these are stacked up, let's do those now. Drago is 1.2. Okay, so it is a little better. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've never fully understood Drago. I've been using Ice's skills without knowing what it does. Well, that's dangerous. Drago takes whatever buff you put on a character and increases it by 20%. So if you have the 100% synergy power from Diablo, it will then be 120% because of the Drago effect. Or magic attack, or pierce power, or crit damage, or elemental buff. So now Ice is going to have some weird kind of multipliers on her stuff. Yeah, the percentages now. Because we're getting that extra 25% stats. So attack, defense, more pierce power, more weakness strike, more wind attack. That's a fuck ton of wind attack. Holy god. Okay. It does not affect debuffs, and it does not affect orb damage. Sending the ice ult. Oh, I'm not sending... Right, I did not want to do that. Okay, we're not sending that. Good call. Good call. I think actually what we do is... No, we'll pull in this orange. I don't want that. Alright. Yeah. Alright, barrier. We didn't quite get a Hestia. That's kind of unfortunate. There's a lot of skills here. Maybe I should have just used the ice skill and then sent her away. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Alright, let's swap her out then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this... This team is just... It's way too expensive. I don't think I actually have enough points to nuke. I don't. I straight up, I don't have enough points to nuke because the last 2 turns have been not great. Well, no, I don't. I could only use Frey's skill, and I can't activate Pierce Power with Bell because he's 100 points. Everything fucking costs 100 skill points. I guess we're just gonna burn a turn. Alright, get out of here. I have to save... I have to hold on to your status effect. There's nothing else we can do about it. Jean could have helped. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Alright, let's do a green buff then. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ryu needs to increase skill points in some way. That would be nice. Alright, now we should be okay. Unless he does something weird on turn 9. Ah. Well, there it is. How much alt resistance is that? 60%. Well, we're still gonna nuke into it, because I don't really care. Alright, so Frey skill, magic attack for everybody, including rearguard, EX alt damage. And then Blanc for her skill. I still can't... Wait, no, I can't activate the Pierce Power, because we're fucking sealed. Alright, we're just gonna nuke anyways. This is not a full powered nuke, so whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we naturally pierce? Alright, Ice, what do you got? With not everything activated. Will she even kill? 52 million. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Not a great showing, but also not a great run for me. So, alright. I will... 52 mil is crazy. Yeah, crazy low. But we weren't actually activating everything for her, so... we will take Blanc out. We will put Geld in. You guys win. I don't think Blanc's damage output is going to be so incredibly massive that it's going to make that much of a difference. Where's bitch-ass Geld? He's win. There he is. Alright. You get this one from Blanc. Yeah. Low? Huh? That's not a low number. I forgot. You're a new player. I forgot. Just to put it in perspective, the last collab, which was 2 months ago, which was the Tales of collab, on a full team, Hinata was doing 2.1 billion damage on a nuke. Like, billion with a B. Sorry. 2.1 billion, yeah, with a B. 50 million is nothing. You'll get there, eventually. You won't get it now. Right? You're a new player. You're not expected to do billions of damage, or even millions of damage as a new starting out player. And that's fine. 1, 2, 3... Take Geld out of here. Nice talking, saying low number. We almost never see something over 10 million. Wait, what? Never see what over 10 million? This orc has 172 million HP. No, we gotta bring Frey in. For Shuna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As new, oh yeah. As new players, yeah. As a new player, you're not expected to have a full meta, to have good gear, to have the physical ability to do that much damage, and that's why you take on Conquest and Tempered Edge and the early story quests that have about 10,000 HP, because that's where you have to start. This is endgame content. There's no way a new player comes in day 7 or something, and it's like, I'm doing 172 million damage now, look at me. That's just not how this works. And that's just not how really any gacha game works in general. Like, you need to have some kind of investment to do endgame content. Alright, so let's get Frey out of here. Let's get Geld in here first. Let's use his skill. I didn't have the multi-skill active, so I can only use it once. Let's get him out. And then green buff, Pierce, ice skill. This orc has 179 million, but it's also not new player content. The dupe can be tossed away, right? Since I am free to play, I don't have her, so I shall throw it away. Kind of makes no sense of having a dupe of someone I don't got. I mean, that is entirely your prerogative. If that's what you want to do with your dupe, then you can do with what you want. I'm more of a collection character, so I would want that dupe. more than anything else, especially since I don't have the characters, showing that yeah, we had a DANMACHI collab. Look at my ice. I would put it here if I had her, but I have this shard. That's just me though. Again, it's your fucking game. You can do what you want. But we do get an ice dupe for free, but you do have to pull her to use it. Whereas the Shuna, if you can hook up to the Bandai web store and link your ID, you could get her for free. Like, you just get like an initial copy of her, which is great. Alright, and that's another green orb incoming, so we're good there. We could take ice out now. And we'll do that. We'll bring Geld in. And then we'll use his green buff again. Actually, and then we'll bring Freya in for her trait. And that should get us a double Hestia. Don't know, the DANMACHI collab as a new player does perform really bad in damage output. Summer Memory did better as a beginning start. That's also because Summer Memories is a burst team, and it's meant to do a lot of damage very quickly, whereas the DANMACHI team needs to build up. It's a stacking team. It's not meant to do oodles of boodles of damage in 5 turns, or 4 turns, or 3 turns. It's meant to do a ton of damage on turn 8, which is not very fun for new players, because a lot of the times their units are weak, and they'll die by that point. So there are places and times to use these characters. Did Bro just upload a video? Did I? No. No. I have nothing scheduled for tonight right now, except for a Should You Summon video later. Alright, so we will green buff, alt swap, bell, stance, thingamabobs. Does the ice personal buff work the same as Freedom's Magic State, where the countdown goes down even in the backline? No, because it's a stance. So it doesn't count down from the back. Because it's not like that. I know what you're thinking, Clasher. It's not the same effect, so it doesn't have the same kind of countdown thing. Alright, let's do Bell. And then let's do Hestia again. I wasn't at the beginning, but hope you have good science, Joker. Good night. Have a good night, Spark. Rayleigh just came in. How'd the summons go? 200 pity. 2 Shunas, 2 ice. One of them was pity. It was okay. It's not great. I didn't pull my first ice until like fucking what, 180, 190, somewhere around there. Alright, so there's the bind. So we gotta make sure that we alt swap ice away here. So there's that, there's the green buff. There's the bell thing again. Okay. And then we will... Are we up to 30? We're up to 30 there. So let's do that stack. Is Bell needed? He's going to be a pretty essential requirement for your damage output, because not only is he stacking Pierce Power, he's stacking alt damage, he's stacking Weakness Strike from his alt. Both the alt and the Weakness Strike are coming from his own alt with the stance activated. He's going to be a very important character to make this team damage. Shuna is more important to make the team operate well, because the multi-skill and the green buff. and you can get her for free. But in terms of like damage output, Bell is kind of important here. Guarded that, otherwise we would have done double the damage there. 400k. Alright, so he's got a 9-hit barrier that we can break between turn 6 and turn 7. So Ice is going away, but we are going to use her skill. So that's 90 points right there. And then she leaves. We'll use another Geld stack because we want the skill points. And then we'll bring Frey in, who doesn't have an orb. And then we'll green buff. And then Hestia. That gives us 130. We can reapply the Bell stance, and that's about it for now. How many points are we getting back now on these greens? 200%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it doesn't really matter. But we are getting a lot of points back. That's good. Damn, I hope Ryu does have skill for resetting skill points required, maybe with another buff too. If she can have some kind of other stacking effect, which also does skill points on greens, I think that would be the most efficient way to do that. Or if Ryu has a reset. Like, that's one of the two ways we could make this team operate a little bit better. So, let's do another green buff, another stack, and we're just going to leave it there. We don't need Bell's ult stance again next turn, so we're going to hold on to that. Let's do Hestia for a convert. And then we'll nuke next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're at max points. All right, that's good. All right, Frey hits the barrier, doesn't matter. Would you be fine if made Ryu have the Jean reset? I feel like that'd be kind of a waste, because that takes up like an entire skill for just that reset thing and the additional skill points, and frankly I don't think that's super useful. It's not very good. It doesn't carry over to other teams very much. Alright, so Shuna, let's do the multi-skill again because we probably want to use it. Let's use the Frey skill. Boom. Boom. We can get Shuna out of here now. We'll bring in Ice. Actually, no, we can get Frey out of here. What am I talking about? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll Hestia. We'll get a full hand. And then we could use Bell's Pierce Rate now that it's turn 8. And then we could use 2 more stacks of Ice, because that's going to be the most impactful thing. 30% wind and 30% weakness strike instead of 25% pierce power. I'm thinking so. Okay. So we are sitting at 120% ult damage, 100% EX ult damage. We have 40% weakness resistance down, 50% ult resistance down. What is that from? Oh, that's from the barrier being broken. Alright, and then Ice herself is 250% pierce power, 696.25% weakness strike, 631.25% wind attack. More wind attack from aerial. Magic attack 100% because Frey only gives 80, but now we're getting 100. And then pierce rate 125, but the pierce power up here is 250. Okay. Guesses for total damage output here. We're also going to send the Shuna ult because that'll be extra weakness strike for Ice as well. Give me some guesses. We're probably going to hit a very high number, but I don't know how high? I'll let you guys chat for a second. Let's see. Skill reset. Oh, blah, blah, blah. She needs guild skill plus reset. That'd be cool. If they don't do that, wouldn't Ryu be too broken? Oh, if they did do that, wouldn't Ryu be too broken? If she had skill reset and skill points on greens at the same time, it would make people want to summon for her because she would be good, and that's the whole point, is trying to get money. So they could go that route and make her have really, really good skills like what we got with Blanc months and months ago. People want her. They reran her real quick. You notice that Violet still hasn't been rerun yet. They gave us fucking Festive Memories Violet for some fucking reason. 600 mil, 280, 350, 500, 190, 300, 190.754.521, that's very specific, 310, 300, 800 million damage, 170, 346, 520. I think we're gonna hit around like 280, maybe 300 million is my guess, with the potential to go higher. But let's find out together. So 280 to 300 million. How much does Shuna do, actually? She's a support all, but she's got quite a few buffs going for her right now. More than 1 million, more than the 52 million I did the first run. How much does Shuna do? 1.8 million? Or 18 million? I think it's 18 million. That was a chunk. Alright. Alright, Ice, what do you got? Make me proud. Make me proud. You gotta do more than Exalted Champion, Millum. And she was doing like 170 or something. $262. Okay. You know, it's a bit lower than what I was expecting, because I said 280 to 300. 262 million damage. Okay. That is acceptable for now. Once we get Ryu in here, that damage will go up. And Gale definitely did help us have a butt ton of skill points. That's good, because we were capped out. I wonder if we had brought Blanc instead, or Soka even, where that number would have been. Because we would have had probably less skill points overall, which means less stacks, but we'd have more damage support. Okay. Replace Summer Memories Leon for Frey? Or, no, Spirit Master. You could do that, yeah. Now that we've taken Freyrin and Fern out, you could definitely do that. We are already getting ult damage from Bell. But I guess more couldn't hurt. How much health do you have now on Inferno 2? 234 million! Hot damn! We're gonna barely kill that. And that's only Inferno 2. Well, that bodes poorly for people, now doesn't it? That is a... Wow. Another 60 million HP added onto that, huh? Well, See, there was a reason why they took that Inferno 1 mission out of here, because ain't nobody's gonna be hitting that kind of number without the meta. Oh, man. That is, that's certainly something now, isn't it? Ryu is probably going to be an AoE nuker as well, because Ice is single target. We are missing her dedicated gear, which has the single target attack buff, but I don't think it's, like, an insane amount to where it's going to make too much of a difference. Question mark? What is her... just 10% defense? 6% single target attack. And so instead of 10% or 20%, no, 10, instead of 10%, it's 5 and 6. But this is a multiplicative buff. So it's more like 20% or something. I don't know. I don't know how the math works out quite like that. Do you think Divine General can do it? Type neutral? Fuck no. Fuck no. Divine General cannot do that. If they were type advantage, like in their own beatdown battle, maybe. Maybe they could have done it with the full Divine General meta, and you could synergy and pierce and do all that. Which you could do, because Almazia is sealing that resistance. But, like, there's no way that type neutral Divine General is doing that kind of damage. Like, my Blanc and EX2 did 10 million damage. And that's it. And then within 8 turns. Huh. Maybe replace Hestia with Divine General Almazia. Ice could maybe stack way more. You could, but then you'd lose your extra damage buff. Tails collab Hinata can do it. Yes? How much did she do? That's Fern. That's Alright, let's go. Alright, so yeah, my Tails Hinata and EX2 did 176 million damage. But that was with, like, almost a full meta. Alongside other things, because we were running... Yeah, that was pretty much the full meta. That video goes out... I think my part 3 video goes out on Saturday. Because tomorrow will be part 2, which is Schemer and some blue teams to take on EX2. Honestly, like, Inferno 1... Because after you go to turn 9, he puts that protection seal on you, and he gets ult resistance for a couple of turns. And... he's probably just going to whittle you down. I'm not entirely sure why Ice has the evasion skill, just to... I don't know why that's useful. I don't know why that's built into her kit when it could have been something else, like skill points on green orbs or something. I feel like it's very unnecessary, coming on a 90-point skill that you can't use, well, turn 1, I guess. Let's take Geld out. Let's put Blanc back in. I do want to see that damage difference for funsy onesies. We'll have to play a little bit smarter with the skill points, but let's take on Inferno 2, because I do want to see what Dire 1 has to offer in terms of HP, because that should be funny in a haha kind of way. Still didn't move Bell. I guess it's not that big of a deal. We're gonna get the ice all regardless. What was Frey's buff? It is 100% EX alt damage and 80% magic attack. Has anyone been able to use the sword gimmick to clear ice battle training? I haven't even taken that stage on yet. I don't know what that stage does. So I turn 7, we're probably not going to be able to use a lot of points except for the green buff. That's probably what we're going to have to work with. So, Shuna in, use the green buff again, and then Blanc can come in here, and we will use the stack, and actually we don't have to do that quite yet. Let's do the free 40 points, and then stack with ice, Hestia. Wait, we can turn that off now. This will probably be the last run of the stream, because it's going to take a while, for 1. And 2, I got to make the shitty summon video and all that stuff, and start working. I've got plans for the next couple of days, IRL, so I don't have a lot of time to sit and record, so I have to do a lot of my recording tonight, and, like, early tomorrow morning. Because after, like, noon, I'm not going to be home. Like, at all. Alright, Boom, boom. That should be all the points, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we could probably send Ice away early with the Blanc buff, and that would make turn 8 a little bit easier to navigate. That is something that we could potentially do. Alright. So... Shuna in. Green buff, alt swap. Boom, boom. This should get Ice's EX alt on this turn with that 1 green orb that's going to be buffed up, hopefully. It might be a little bit shy, but we will use the status, and we will use a stack of Bell. Is it? Let's just use Ice actually instead. Are there any codes? Yeah, Hestia Shuna. Do that one. See if it still works. Yeah, alright, so that gets her EX alt. That's good. Hestia Shuna, but without the dash. It's just one word. One word. Hestia Shuna. Alright, so let's get... I don't know how many stacks of ice we can realistically get with this team. I'll just get her out of here. Yeah, let's just get her out. Anyone tried using Exalted Champions yet? Yeah, I did in my video that went out yesterday. It'll clear EX too. It ain't fucking clearing 172 million damage. I'll tell you that much right now. Alright, so there's that. We use the green buffs. Let's Bell status and then stack Pierce Power, and let's do it again. And let's do it again. And let's break the barrier first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Actually, no, we gotta use Pierce one more time. There we go. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Thank you for that. Really appreciate counters. I tried the code twice and failed the first time because the game didn't recognize the code. Oh, because you did case sensitive. All right, you didn't do case sensitive. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So there's the bind. That's fine. We don't need to do anything here with Frey. She'll get her ult, but there's nothing we can really do about that right now. Let's pierce. And then Hestia will give us another bell effect. I guess if we want to keep it cheaper, we could just not use bell every turn. And we could just let it run out, but then there would be a... Well, I guess there wouldn't really be a turn where we didn't get it, right? Because we could always get orbs for him. I guess it's not exactly necessary, but this turn he has only one orb, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We green buff? Yeah, we did. All right. Okay. Turn 5. So next turn we have to use the ice buff and then hold that in the back. There's the barrier again, not a big deal. We'll just go ahead and break it. So, look at that hand. Actually, no, Frey, yeah. So, in for Frey. Use her personal buff. And then she gets out of here. For Blanc, we can use the free 40 or the free 20 points. We could use her damage buff now. Hold on to that in the back. Hestia, and then green buff. And then we have to start being a bit smart with our points the next couple of turns. So we can only do so many things. Because we need to make enough points back to use probably a Bell stack and a Hestia stacks. Or not a Hestia, an Ice stack. And we have to use Frey. Okay, so that's fine. We're gonna get a double Hestia here, which is good. So let's do this. Alright. Actually, no, we're not gonna get a double Hestia. We're just gonna another Hestia. But I don't think I should use anything on this turn. Except that green buff. Yeah. So we missed another stack with Bell, unfortunately, but I think that's okay. Because we'll have 340-something points here. So that's one Ice stack, one Bell stack, and then Frey. So Frey in for Blanc. She has a lot of orbs, thankfully. Frey buff. And then Ice in. And then Hestia stack. Will we do more damage, though? Like, that's the... I guess that's the kicker, right? Alright. So we did 262k last time. Let's see if we can increase that here. Let's turn the ults back on, since this is the last time we're going to do this. Alright. Time to no longer to just listen to Joker, time to hop off the game to let my phone charge, actively watch the one and only Jonkler. Jonkler. Alright. I have a mission that says to build a Hearthfire mansion diorama. You gotta buy it from the event shop. With the event currency. You could build 3 of those up time. Alright, are we actually going to have an increase in damage, or are we going to drop? The Blanc buff is significant, but I don't know. Thank you. Is it 11 million damage? I think so. I think she'll do a bit more, actually. Could we hit 300 here? Oh, 432 million damage. That's a bit better right there. Less overall stacks, but that double damage buff really coming in clutch. 432 million, unless I am mistaken. But I mean, we one-shot him essentially, so that's a little bit better right there. Almost halfway to 1 billion. And then Dire 1 has how much? Just tack on another 100. Are you kidding? 359. Tack on an extra 120 million. Yeah, okay. Good fucking luck. Oh, Evo. Love tuning in, checking the streams out. You come a long damn way, bro. We gotta catch up. It's been like 2-3 years or something. Yeah. Hit me up on my phone, Evo. We should hang out a little bit. Just not now, because I'm busy. Her normal orb did 10 million more than with Geld, because before her 200% orb did 14 mil, now it did over 20 mil. Yeah, it should. Yeah, Blanc did stupid things to this team. All right. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you all for joining me. I gotta make the shitty summon. I gotta start recording your showcase and the gear stuff and the free dupe quest and all that. So I got lots to do, and I still have to eat dinner. So I'm gonna go. Thank you all for joining me. Hopefully next week we get a bit better luck. But I also need to stock up on crystals, because now I'm kind of poor. But yeah, so that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you all later.